Hello everyone, my name is Manuel and today we're going to be talking about implementing two regression methods in R. The two models we will be discussing are logistic regression and random forest. The goal of this project is to demystify the procedure on implementing classification methods in R. As such, our focus will be on the steps and the functions used throughout the process. The packages we will need for this process are random forest and the stats package. The random forest package will need to be installed explicitly, and that package contains the random forest classifier and the variable importance plot. The stats package will not need to be installed explicitly. It may already be part of your RStudio package or program. That package contains a logistic regression model and other functions that are very helpful. So this is one way to implement the logistic regression model, but keep in mind, as with programming, there are many ways to do any one thing. The most important steps here are 3 and 4. We first fit the full model using the GLM function, and then afterwards we perform variable selection using the step function. Let's take a closer look at those two functions and their arguments. The GLM function is used to fit generalized linear models, and it takes as main arguments formula and family. The formula argument describes the model to be fitted, and it is inputted as we see here on the screen. The response variable, tilde, followed by the dependent variables. The family argument indicates what type of generalized linear model to be used. If we want to use the logistic regression model, as we do in this case, we can pass in binomial for the family argument, and then we will use the logistic regression model. Other optional arguments are listed here, and these are only a few. There are others as well. The step function performs stepwise variable selection based off of AIC score. The arguments for the step function include the object, which is a model from an appropriate class, in this case the GLM function, and the direction, which indicates how the stepwise variable selection will be used. By default, the backwards selection is used, but we can also use a forward or a both method. We also have the predict function, which returns predictions from the results of various models. This implies that we can use the prediction function for both the logistic regression and the random forest model, as well as some other models. And we have some other optional arguments there. We have the plogis function as well, and its argument, and the table function and its argument. And here's a code snippet for the logistic regression model. This is how the implementation process will look like. Now, these are the steps for the random forest model. So the most important steps here are fitting the model using the random forest function, and then performing variable selection using the var implot function. And after that, building a new model based off of the variables we select from the var implot function. So let's take a closer look at those. So the random forest function implements a random forest algorithm for classification and regression. And it takes as a main argument just a formula. As we've already discussed, it describes the model to be fitted. However, you can input any number of optional arguments as we see here. The var implot performs variable selection in a distinct way. What the var implot does, it returns a plot of variable importance as measured by random forest, right? So it basically just displays the variables that we used in our model and orders them by importance. So then it is our job to create a new model based off of the models that we select as important. And here is a code snippet for how the random forest model implementation looks like. And we have some references here. Thank you so much for your time.